Alright, this is going to be a new kind of video thing I'm trying to do. We got a lot of things going on in this video. Hello, it's Janello, and this is a completely different kind of video than I've done before. It's a little bit of a new series. It's a lot of bit of a new camera. This video is all about, one, testing this new rig that I got, or this new camera really, and two, it's kind of a weekly roundup of stuff that I didn't get to post, and or maybe I did post but on a different platform, and then I thought that I'd make a video about the things that I've eaten or discovered around food, you know, for the foodie in you kind of thing. So let's go to the trusty reporter, because, you know, you take a picture of all the stuff. Oh, let's see what we got this week. In garden news, the tomatoes are coming in, but we have a rat in the backyard. I found burrows in the potting, in the planters, and I seen a bunch of rat shit around. In fact, we've seen the rat. I say the rat because I think that there's one, but there's never really just one, right? So we're trying to get to the bottom of this. Unfortunately, we're going to have to put some traps out. It's not like we have an infestation, but we like to hang out in the backyard, and, you know, with a rat running around, that's not cool. And with the fact that it's burrowing into the gardening stuff, you know, these rats, they're dirty. They're touching my celery, and they're touching my basil, and I don't want to eat that. There was an Italian feast here in Ridgewood, over on Fresh Pond Avenue. They've been doing it for the last couple of years. Took my parents over there, Preeti and I went, and got our fix of really crappy fried seafood and steak and sausage, peppers, and onion sandwiches. But of course, the pinnacle, the magic of a feast like that is the Zeppeli stand, and now my mom's personal favorite, the fried Oreo. These guys, they made killer fried Oreos. Take a look at that. I mean, that's no joke. Fresh, powdered sugar, totally melted Oreo inside that Zeppeli dough. Madonna mia, as they say. I had some time to kill before dinner one night this week. I popped into Meckelberg's, which is a sort of like restaurant, grocery store in Williamsburg, Brooklyn, almost by the water, and discovered these amazing Jeni one-shot cups of ice cream. For those of you who don't know Jeni's, it's a Columbus, Ohio ice cream maker. Jeni is the founder. You've probably seen her on social media. I mean, you've probably seen the Jeni's ice cream on social media. But what I didn't know, that they made was they make one shot, one scoop little cups, which is nice to curtail your ice cream habit, especially in the summertime. Oh yeah, and then big news, Rolos, in this neighborhood of Ridgewood that I'm in right now, is a restaurant up the block from me here. Some old Gramercy Tavern people running the show. They do really good stuff. They have these great tomato pies that they do. Basically a Sicilian slice without the cheese. But they also do some other ones, grape and olive, delicious. I discovered this week this corn and pecorino. You'd think that might not be so good on a piece of pizza or a piece of focaccia, which is what that really is. It is very good. Outrageous. I think that the quality of that pecorino mixed with sort of the sweet of the cheese, that is the magic in a slice like this. And to round out this week, I finally got myself to Carne Mare, which is an Andrew Carmelini restaurant down in South Street Seaport. I believe it's Pier 16. Yeah, ships like this. Right. Anyway, beautiful space, bi-level, totally done in that sort of like Cipriani, Venice, Italian kind of look. Leather, gold, very fancy. An amazing prime rib. I mean, look at this thing. It's like just mouth waters just looking at that thing. Had some contornis that are also delicious, and a couple of other appetizers to sort of round the thing out. Of course, there was copious amounts of spritzes and aperitivos, because it's the kind of place that you just feel like you're transported to someplace in Italy, and that's the thing you do there. I highly recommend it. If you're down by the seaport, give it a try. It's gonna set you back a little bit of dollars, but you know what? For the experience and for the quality of the food, totally worth it. And last but not least, for this week's food wrap-up, we've got the B-cam for the Andrew's Honey video. So I actually just finished filming the Andrew's Honey video just before I started doing this. Here's what the B-cam was. There were no bees harmed in the making of this video. This little guy died in the storm, and I kind of used him to do this sort of flying sequence that you'll see when and if you watch my next video, which should be, if I get the editing down, this Andrew's Honey taste test video, which is delicious, but that's not a spoiler because there's a lot more going on in that video, so check it out. That does it for this week's recap. Consider subscribing if you like updates like this. Definitely drop me a comment because this is the first time I've done a video like this. I'll see you on the next video.